The first thing is I always try to be aware of my surroundings.
I'm locking doors, I'm walking with my keys like this. I think we've all done that.
I know it's not good, but you gotta make assumptions about people just to keep safe.
Checking my car before I get into it. It's looking down my gangway before I get to the door.
I usually travel in groups.
I've been taking martial arts since my freshman year of high school.
If I'm walking down the street alone, I talk on my cell phone.
When it's late at night, I'll take a cab home instead of walking when normally I would walk.
I think for the most part, men really don't think about it.
I don't think most men think about it at all or really even realize that women do a million things every day to keep safe.
It's hard for them to wrap their head around the little things that we do every day to protect ourselves from them, not them personally, but from men.
Every time I learn a new strategy, I'm surprised. I was previously oblivious to this whole other way that people function.
I think they're sort of either taken back or surprised, or sometimes they don't really get it, just how different that, sort of how different we have to think about things.
You know, when I was single and I would see an attractive woman on the train or something, I would smile and she wouldn't smile back. I think there was a part of me that felt, you know, defensive. Never thinking to myself, this woman doesn't know who I am. She doesn't owe me anything.
It would be like so much easier.
I would be able to run at night with my headphones on.
It would be on my mind, you know, I would have less to think about.
Probably trust the world with my sisters a little bit more.
Worry less about my girlfriend, my mom, my sister, all of those people. I would sleep better.
Basically, you could go up to anybody and talk to them, have a conversation without worrying, is this person gonna kill me or attack me or anything like that?
I think I would just feel a lot freer, you know, kind of like that feeling when you're on a swing set and you know, like swing as high as you can, and it's just, you're not scared and it just feels good. It's kind of like that.
I would feel freer, I would be happier, and I wouldn't be a survivor because I am a survivor.
A man's greatest fear in dealing with a woman is that a woman will laugh at him. But at core, a woman's greatest fear in dealing with a man is that a man will kill her.
We live in a male-dominated society. That's not necessarily the way it should be, but it's kind of the way it is. And so if men are the ones in power, then there are necessarily going to have to be among the ones who are helping solve the issue.
The majority of violence that's happening to women, whether it's rape or harassment or domestic violence, is being done by men.
Because women are human beings. Like, we share responsibility for keeping everybody safe.
It's not a man's issue, it's not a woman's issue, it's everyone's issue. No one should have to walk the streets and be afraid.
From teaching their kids at an early age to respect women.
The sort of subtle things, the sort of, this is an offensive joke, this is really mean-spirited, or those women don't get it, or, you know, she's just a body. To stand up to that is where it comes in.
When you're hanging out with a buddy and he starts, you know, saying sexist remarks or making rape jokes, you know, calling him out on that.
They can initiate conversations about masculinity and sort of what's acceptable and what's healthy and what's productive and in which parts of masculinity should we try to exterminate.
Don't buy products that demean women. Don't support industries that treat women as objects.
The most important thing you can do is step in when somebody's saying language you find offensive. When somebody's referring to a woman as a bitch or a hoe or a slut, you can step in and say, hey, I don't think that's cool, because men listen to other men.
I think it's important that men stand up and question the behavior of other men.
Get rid of the violence, period. Making those small steps to encourage actually behaving like a good human being to all other human beings is probably the best way to go.